Yo, what's up? My name is Patrouski, and we just probably got the second biggest news. The next thing you can get, aside from an update in PokeMMO, a public test server. If you don't know, a public test server is an alternative way to log into PokeMMO, essentially, and go test different mechanics, upcoming features. They did this when Johto was about to drop, for reference of how big of a deal this is and like how uncommon this usually happens. They usually only do PTSs or public test servers for upcoming regions to really test mechanics, find bugs. It's our job to basically find bugs, report things, and help get things ready for big future updates. So Q says we will be conducting a public test server event later today to test upcoming features. This preview will focus primarily on double battle changes for matchmaking and tournaments. This is VGC testing. VGC is coming to PokeMMO temporarily on a test server tonight. An upcoming game mode for Halloween, so event stuff being tested. That'll be good to get your foot in the door. Like, not only is this really important for testing and for the game, you can also get a leg up on the competition and go test things later tonight. I'll make another video when the server is actually live, and I'll teach you guys how to download it and install it and everything. But for now, this is just the big news, and we'll see the server later. And also stability testing, of course, for upcoming client changes. The public test server uses separate servers from the main or live game, and progress for the public test server is not saved. This server requires a separate game client and will provide instructions on how to install it when it's closer to the time. The preview is limited to platforms, which support portable installations. Ooh, I was not expecting mobile support for the PTS. Wow, that's actually really interesting. So, big deal, man. Huge testing, huge test servers coming to PokeMMO. Going to be a big deal. You can get your leg in the door and see what's happening with future Halloween new game modes. Apparently, upcoming game mode for Halloween, as well as test VGC. Now, this will be on a separate server, so you won't be using like the Pokemon you own for these doubles teams. It'll actually just be teams, I'm assuming some sort of pre-made doubles teams. I'm not totally sure, honestly. And then next up, I also wanted to use this little update opportunity to talk about something else, some more communication from Q. I'm going to go through it decently fast. I can't even like read this whole, LSA loves to put a lot of thought and depth into their talking, and I don't want to read all of this just to get this, but basically, they brought up the idea of a player council, something that I've brought up before. I brought up the idea of a shiny hunter tier council or something like that. For those who don't know, in PvP, we have the PvP tier council, and these players are high-end PvPers who discuss changes and like updates and potential positive things for the game. Now, I think a shiny tier council or other things, some other like PVM or other tier councils, other player tier councils would be really helpful to disallow things like temporary incubators or other certain updates from even getting into the game, right? I think that would solve a lot of the problems and help us communicate between the player base and the developers. Q also says we don't discuss economically impactful features ahead of time because they don't want the player base to be able to get an economic advantage and like make investments off of that, which I totally understand. And I don't think we ever gave an ETA here. Either way, that's one for me to review. So in a few months, I think I know for VGC, I talked about recently on stream. For VGC, they said in April in the next coming months. So they're usually pretty, what's the word, like lenient on ETA. So I think I get what they're saying. And then next up, this is a brainstorming session. You know, this is the main communication. I think that's most I want to talk about. This is the main communication that I wanted to cover if I recall correctly. Sorry, I'm just getting this. Sorry for all my rambling. I just want to get this out to you guys as quickly as possible. The PTS is scheduled. It's a big deal, and I'll probably be streaming it live tonight whenever it goes up as soon as possible. So hopefully I'll see you guys on the PTS, see you guys in the live streams, and have a great day, have fun, and I'll see you later playing PokeMMO, testing VGC, and testing new Halloween event stuff. Why not? Hell yeah.